Back in the day, I used to have to navigate homophobic comments from homophobic people, but now I'm navigating racist comments from queer people.
Hey y'all, it's me, Tia Kofi, and welcome to Attitude Tea Time, brought to you in association with the Taimi app, the truly inclusive social and dating app designed specifically for the LGBTQ plus community. Each week, we've been bringing you the freshly brewed tea from Drag Race UK versus the world. And this week, I'm joined by finalist and the queen who keeps coming back for more. It's Jujubee. I'm overwhelmed. I'm excited. Jujubee, you're an icon. I
Oh
can't.
my gosh. You're an icon, and I just want to say this right now, okay? Looks like I'm here again, putting on a brave face. If I cut my hair again, will you think I've changed?
Okay, we better get you better keep that in. The energy. Keep that in. But oh my goodness. The first things first, you are back again, and on the first ever international season of Drag Race. How does that feel?
It feels so amazing to be competing again, but also at this point to be competing against the best queens in the entire world. You know, that's the insane part. And obviously, like you've experienced this, it's really scary. It is so scary. And we just, I think queens like us, we just continue to just keep moving forward.
So let's get into the chat about the season as a whole. I mean, it has been a roller coaster.
Oh no, it's I mean, it's been a roller coaster for everybody else. I think for me it was a skydive.
You've had this sort of like lipstick reveal format a few times. Do you think that's a fair way of doing the competition, or do you prefer the original sort of Rue has the final decision?
Well, I think any way is fair because I don't make the rules. But what I find really interesting is the people that say that lipstick isn't fair is it's pretty insane because the person who has lipstick still needs to win their lip sync.
Yeah.
They still need enough talent to win that, right? Or they need to be on their game in that moment to win that. And then it's that decision. I suppose I could see why people would see the unfairness because some of us show up to competitions and we convince people that we're not threats, so they don't see that.
I mean, was that your strategy from the competition from the beginning?
No, not at all. Not at all. But when I saw that that's something that I could ride, I definitely leaned into it. You know how this is. We don't have much time to get ready. And I we have other people that we rely on, like designers and stuff. And what I showed up with as far as my package, it just wasn't as great as it was on All Stars 5. Like my package on All Stars 5 was incredible, and I was happy with it, and I was in a better headspace too because it was pre-pandemic. So coming into this with kind of my brain playing tricks on me and telling myself that I wasn't good enough already, with the package that I brought, I can you believe I brought snakes on a plane and a blue wig?
I mean, I'm not here to judge the fashion on the season. I don't know if you remember what I wore on my season, so I think you're doing pretty well, to be honest.
Oh, babe. Baga and I are going to actually do a tour together, and we're going to call it the Fashion Queens.
You heard it here first. Store coming to a city near you.
Yeah, it's going to be a dancing diva drag show.
I think that's another thing that people don't realize. It's a really tough environment to be in. And a lot of the reactions that people give can be really aggressive and really unpleasant. And I think one thing that's come up a lot with this series, and something that I can understand as well, is there has been sort of a lot of like racist commentary from the fandom, which is just absolute madness. I mean, have you experienced any of that? How does that make you feel?
Well, it's interesting. Yes, it's interesting because back in the day, I used to have to navigate homophobic comments from homophobic people, but now I'm navigating racist comments from queer people. The same queer people who want to be loved, but it's never about me. It's never about me. I've been in a place where I've been hurt before, and when I was a kid, I said some shit that I would never say, right? So I'm just going to allow people to be people, and hopefully the way I respond or react helps them understand that it's them, you know? I've said this before, but Tia, people are only able to meet us as deeply as they've met themselves. So it's you know, and that's how we kind of have to look at it. Like Rue says, it's whatever people say about you, it's none of your business. And it's really true. You know, I just wish they wouldn't tag me in it. Like, stop tagging me. Like, girl, you don't think I know? Like,
so always the best ones when they do the story post where it's like my 10 least favorite runways, and you've tagged me 3 times, and I'm like, good, thank you.
Girl, this season they're just tagging me in any of my runways except this last week. That was beautiful. and I'm like, no.
It's gorgeous. You've got a lovely picture of London behind you, so I want to ask you some questions about your time over here in the UK. As we heard from Mo in our interview, she loves a Scotch egg with Marmite.
Sausage egg, Scotch egg.
Scotch.
Yeah, that and Marmite together.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Have you discovered any cuisine over here in the UK or any fun facts?
If anybody outside of the UK is watching this, and if y'all think that the UK has terrible food, you're all idiots, because the UK has great food. I'm sorry, it has real food, okay? And that's the thing, like, coming from the US, our food is just completely different because it's processed and there's hormones. None of that is here. And it's interesting because everything just tastes like real food. I'm a big fan of Sunday roast. A huge fan of Sunday roast. I actually went out last night with Bago for dinner, and I ordered it, and they came out and told me that there was no more Sunday roast, and I was like, should I just go to Tesco and get a Yorkshire pudding and just order some roast chicken or something, babe, because I really want a Sunday roast. I think those are great, and I don't understand if I'm getting hungry. I don't understand if y'all do this every Sunday. Is that a thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that's like Thanksgiving for us, and we do that once a year. And it's insane. I love that, and I love that you have sausage rolls and pasties. Is it pasties?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like beef stew in a freaking flaky dough pocket. I am all for. I'm all for it. And chicken tikka masala.
Would you come back again?
Well, you know, my song and album is called Back for More. I don't know how much more I can handle it, but. Would I come back again? Yes. Would I come back to compete in a drag competition? Probably not. And I say this with the most grace and love. I think there are so many queens in the Drag Race franchise that deserve space and light. And I can hold my own right now, and I have all my light, right? I believe that there's so much talent, and maybe I can step aside and help in another way, or be a part of the program in another way. I would love that, because RuPaul has changed my life. You know, World of Wonder has been there for the ups and downs and the beginnings of Jujubee as like this drag star, right? And I love that, and I'm so appreciative. And now to have this role where I'm a part of the BBC family, like, I'm so grateful for that. And there's many opportunities there for that, but like, I want to see some other queens, baby, and I think the fans are ready for that too.
Oh, who would you want to see on another sort of international season?
Bitch, you! I want to see you, and I think a lot of the fans want to see you. We love you, you know? We love you. Like, when I was watching you, every time that the judges said things that weren't so kind, you always took it with so much grace, and I think that is a really, like, it's not just your drag character, it's like the soul in you, and I reach for soul, and I want to see you fucking soar, bitch.
We've had a lot of gags this season, like a lot of gags this season. Was there anything gag worthy that we didn't see on camera?
I suppose the elimination that I think was the most controversial was when Jimbo left, because she looked incredible and she was standing next to me not looking incredible.
I choose Jimbo to go home.
And that must have hurt a lot of people's feelings, because I mean, I knew it hurt Jimbo's feelings because of her interview and the headlines that came after, you know, Jujubee's best isn't good enough.
I think that Jujubee is probably really tired, and I can imagine after being sent home so many different times by Mama Ru just saying like, yeah, sorry, not this time. I can imagine how over time you may not put as much effort in as the time before that. So I think this might be a product of exhaustion combined with the pandemic and a lack of funds, as well as a lapse in judgment, as well as a little sprinkle of disappointment. And I think that she's trying her best, but her best just isn't good enough.
It's really interesting to see that headline, because that's always been in my mind my entire life. Like, you're just not good enough, you're just not good enough. But because of that headline, a lot of the fans came for me, you know? And I took it with grace, but I think that elimination, you know, I didn't do the elimination, but I was a victim of the consequences of the elimination.
Yeah, I think that was a rough one, and that was quite difficult to sort of watch from the outside of the sort of show. Like,
you mean from the outside in?
Available on iTunes.
Of course it is, darling.
And final question. I'm absolutely obsessed. Honestly, you are, to this day, one of my favorite queens of all time. Such a massive inspiration. I'm gushing. I'm trying to keep it like professional. We're journalists here. That's what we're doing. But honestly, like, such a massive inspiration to me throughout my entire drag career, which I really appreciate. But I need to know, Juju, are you going to snatch that crown?
If it doesn't come to me, I'll probably take it and run, you know, as fast as I can. And I really can't run that fast, but let's really think about it. The only person that could probably catch up to me in a running competition would be Mo, because Blue wears costumes that are heavy, and Baga would just, you know, Baga does one dance and she's done for the month.
she's
You saw that lip sync, girl. She was like, okay, I'm done, love. let me put on my tracksuit.
Oh, Jujubee, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Fingers crossed for the final. You are an absolute joy and a wonderful energy. It's been so...
Oh, you are too, Tia. I love you, babe. And I'll stream your music if you stream Back for More.
Oh, what was that called? Sorry?
Back for More. You know, my new album, Back for More, it's out now. Pangina's in it. We got UK superstar Bright Light. Tony Nee Evan remixes. Eric Villar does a remix. So it's pretty amazing. And then I also recorded a slower version of Back for More. I did an acoustic version where I sang from inside my closet, holding my cat, mister.
Gorgeous. And what was that called again? Just one more time.
Back for More.
Thank you for watching Attitude Tea Time, brought to you by the Taimi app. Make sure you watch our interviews with the other finalists and like, comment, and subscribe. Bye for now.